I think I did actually delete it because it's not an installable. It's just a executable. And I think it was living in my downloads folder,
That's what I figured.
which I clear out every once in a while.
Nice Twitch headline, boss.
I love how so much bigger Guard is compared to everybody else in that picture.
The AI had the right idea.
Okay. Alrighty, well, who would like to recap from last session? I know it's been a little while.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
I can roll dice for it if nobody wants to volunteer.
Do it. That still be new.
Alrighty. 1d4 coming up. If I can fucking find the d4s in my sack. Anybody watching the stream mind telling me
Yeah.
how my audio sounds? Test 1 2 3 1 2 3. Hopefully it's not borked.
No, it's not worked.
I would say yours is pretty quiet though. I would say yours.
Is it? Maybe. How about now?
There. That sounds better.
Okay, I was just a little ways away. So I rolled a d4. I got a 3, which means friggin' Nix, you are the one recapping. Go for it.
Is he muted?
Was.
Can hear them.
What?
You're recapping, man. I rolled near it.
Am I recapping? Okay. I figured you were going to roll and that was going to be me, and then I was going to be fixing my fucking headset at the same time. So let's see. Last time we had escaped through the town back to the hotel, or inn, I guess. It's an inn in this age, right?
Yeah.
On our way back from the graveyard place, which I can't remember right now. I am not very eloquent today.
The umbrella ossuary.
Yes, that one. We had both the local guards, and then a like cult of some sort that we were that was fighting us and keeping us from trying to get back to the inn.
The Creed Forged in the Quietus.
There you go. I don't remember anything else major happening. There was a discussion at the end regarding what we're going to do next, I suppose.
Yeah. A bit of words of wisdom for a number of you as well, from Alaris. And then you all went your separate ways for the evening. Erebus electing to pass out on the floor drunk.
Hell yeah.
And Alaris had thrown her cloak over you to keep you warm.
Appreciate it.
Alrighty. And so, that is where we will pick up the morning of the following day. You all come to in your own individual rooms. You should all be able to move yourself around freely. Provided you claimed yourselves, of course.
I did have to load my character, and then it yelled at me because it's not supported.
Yeah. Ryan, were you able to claim your character?
Working on it.
Abby, was your character data on your mini?
It was, and it worked.
Cool. All right. As you all come down the steps from your nightly rests, you would see both Alaris and Luthus, who now has his own custom mini made with the in-game stuff, would be sitting around the table, conversing with one another. It would appear Luthus is actually kitted out in his full armor. It's definitely seen significantly better days. It's rusted and worn. His greatsword is a bit tarnished. But Erebus, you would actually recognize it as the mark of a Creed-forged Inquisitor. But you would know from your own experience that there was no way a active-duty Creed-forged Inquisitor would let their armor get into such a state. Which you would be waking up right on the floor next to them in the midst of their discussion. So you would see them pretty much immediately as soon as you woke up.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Good morning.
How pleasant of you to join us this evening, or this morning rather. Hope you slept all right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I slept great.
Whenever you're ready, I'd appreciate getting my cloak back.
Oh, yeah, of course. Here you go. Erebus will hand her cloak back.
She tosses him back over her. There is a bit of food on the table. Fairly simple thing of just bread and cheese and glasses, or tankards of water, rather.
I will immediately start eating some bread and cheese and pounding water.
Definitely eating some.
Gotta get over this hangover.
Well, once everybody's here, I suppose I can inform you all of what I've mentioned previously. The Forbidden Library, Forgotten Library, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Morning time? The guard will come out of whatever corner he was lurking in.
Alright, well, seems to be about everybody, right?
Nyx will replace Erebus's cheese with a saltier cheese. Better for hangovers.
Thank you.
Well, as I mentioned, there's a place called the Old Archives. It's actually hidden, buried beneath this very inn. There's a curmudgeonly old dwarven woman down there by the name of Celine. She might have some information. I'll be willing to share some of the information in there. And from what I understand, both yourselves, he says, nodding towards Alaris and Calum, you're aware of her proclivities. Alaris
Or to
nods.
go into a library.
Well, you all ready to head out?
Hmm.
How
More
well did
books.
I sleep?
Say that again?
How well did I sleep?
That would be up to you.
Alright, then I slept really fucking well, and I'm super up and excited to get to the library. So I'm like, let's go!
Yay.
That
guard is not-
youthful energy.
Yeah.
All right. Lead the way.
He comes over here, pushes this table out of the way. And you would all see him click a switch, and the wall would give way to a stairwell leading downwards.
Hmm.
Nice. I follow.
It'll take us a bit to get down there, he says as he grabs a torch off of the wall. You see he mutters some more words similar to how he activated the ancient wards about the inn, and the torch will ignite itself in magical fire as he begins walking down the stairwell.
Nyx will follow.
Everybody else
Guard
going
will
as
be
well?
close behind.
Oh, I was right when he went down. I'm like, let's go! Went right down.
He'll try to watch his head so he doesn't bump it going down the stairs.
I got everybody over here already. Have to reclaim yourselves. Hopefully your character information will still be saved in there.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just a matter of finding it again. So it's no big deal. We're in those Skyrim dungeons.
After about 5 or 10 minutes of walking down the stairs, you eventually knock this door open and make your way into this room here. You would see a few suits of armor, some weapon racks, all very covered in dust, and a gated doorway blocking your path.
Another gate.
Can never be too safe.
What sort of library is this, anyways?
One of very old text from before the fall.
So I'm assuming the Creed Forge would be very interested in this place.
Oh, absolutely. The main reason I bought the inn up above was to keep this place protected from those zealots. As you all begin to filter downwards, you would see a woman, a dwarven woman, short and stout, currently open book in hand, standing before a bookshelf. It does not appear that she's noticed you.
Oh, who wants to speak up?
Nix waits for Luthus to speak up. He's the one leading.
Hey, Celine. What is it you want, you old codger? You're one to talk. She turns, folding the book after placing it back on the bookshelf. Makes her way over towards the gate. You got friends, do ya? She kind of narrows her eyes in your general direction. I recognize 2 of you, but the others. Alaris will then make her way up. It's been quite some time, Celine.
Gosh, damn it. I was talking and I didn't pick up. Do I know her, like, well?
Not well. You would have only ever seen her in passing, really.
Gotcha. I just say I do a little bow and then wave. Nice seeing you again.
Alright, well, what do the lot of you want in me library? She raises an eyebrow.
I don't really know. What are we looking for here, Luthus?
How the hell would I know? You're the ones that said you wanted information.
Gosh damn it. I keep clicking on Dungeons and Dragons thing and it's stopping me from talking. We'd love to learn more about looking at Alaris, certain bits of information and anything else we can help better understand our new given circumstance may be beneficial.
Pertaining to a location.
And what
From
location
before
would that be?
She motions her hand towards Erebus.
What was that fortress?
The temples of Baruvex.
Let me write this down.
If you might want to do it in your character notes on D&D Beyond.
Oh. How do you spell that?
B-A Hruvax.
I was gonna say DNDBEY.
The Temples of Bearvex?
Do you say that?
That's what you said it's called, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Lost Temples of Buttervax.
Yes, we're looking for some information pertaining to the Lost Temples of Bearvex.
She kind of narrows her eyes over all of you once again, kind of scanning you each individually. Well, the fact that you know something like that. All right,
And
then.
I would be interested in any information on. Does the artifact have a name?
The Sacred Malt.
Sacred Malt.
Oh. She seems very interested in that. Her gaze immediately turning towards you, Nyx. So, you're the lass. She fumbles into her robes and pulls out a set of keys. And she sockets them in, opening the gateway. And slightly stepping aside to let you all within. Alaris gives her a nod as she passes by. Erebus, you going in?
Yeah. Yep. I'll go ahead and follow in.
Got you, guard.
He goes in.
I'll wait out here. Celine will then close the gate and lock it up again. Better describe Celine a bit. She's got scholar's robes on, patched from years of wear. Her fingers are ink-stained. She's got a few Valtrossen pendants sort of tucked away under layers of scarves. She then... let's see. She'll then turn towards all of you. Alright, well, rules of the library. Don't be taking nothing out. That's it.
You got it.
Let's see. She looks towards you, Erebus. Buttervax, I seen that sigil once. A heretic's map, scrawled with flame and ruin. South beyond the Emberline Pass. You'll need fire to open it and purpose to survive it. She'll then motion for you to follow after her, Erebus.
I will follow right behind her.
Alaris is going to immediately begin browsing at her leisure. What about you three? What you up to?
For now, he's just he's gonna sit at one of the tables.
All right.
Regardless.
I want to start glancing around and kind of like seeing if I understand how the library is organized and try and find anything about Godsworn or my current predicament, and start reading about that. Knowing that they kind of walked into another room, I want to start researching, or if anything else kind of jumps out at me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll up a investigation check for me.
Yes, sir. Investigation. 21.
21. Alrighty. So as you take a glance over the library, you wouldn't recognize any sort of markings or anything that would lead you to sort of infer how it may or may not be organized. But as you're kind of perusing over the books and the scrolls and whatnot, you recognize that Celine has organized them similar to the libraries in Larathis. You would be very familiar with the system that is here. So it wouldn't take you too much to figure out what you want to know.
Dewey Decimal?
That's basically how the Library of Congress is organized.
Awesome.
As for Godsworn, you wouldn't find any particularly interesting text about that. Most of it is just like speculative little like scrawled notes and stuff that you would find. But you would find in a section of the library off over here,
Gosh damn it, didn't mean to do that. Where?
over here. I can't remember what the ping button was. There we go.
Inside here?
Yeah.
Oh, is that a wishing well?
You don't know, you're not there. In particular, on this shelf right here, it is a book entitled Ancient Pantheons.
Ancient Pantheons. Alright, I start reading.
Nix, what are you up to?
Looking for a compendium of artifacts.
Give me an investigation check.
Hey, roll a 1 apparently. Okay, I guess we're not
Nice.
using the in-game dice again.
You don't find any particular compendiums about ancient artifacts, but you do find a treatise on ancient smithing techniques.
I don't have a smith in the party, so that's not very useful for me.
I'm popping back over here to Celine and Erebus.
Oh, hey!
Let's see. DM scrolls through his own notes. 1 second.
You say I'm gonna need fire to open it. You mean fire I got, right?
Right, it's back here.
The way.
She brings you to a enclosed area over here. She'll then reach into her robes once more, producing the key, and she will slide it open, and she will bring out a charred manuscript wrapped in dragon hide, sealed in an old reliquary. As your eyes fall upon it, you immediately get this sort of flash of familiarity and recognition on it as you see a draconic sigil emblazoned upon it. Oh, I forgot to open this up in my million other tabs. Hang on. So it is a hexagonal sigil, upon which there are a number of smaller prisms that seem to be emblazoned with small. They look almost draconic, but not quite. Sigils, sort of engraved in this ancient symbol that you see.
That's kind of like Scaldrus, right?
Yes.
Well, should I reach out and grab it from her?
Do you do so?
Yeah, if she's offering it.
You place your hand towards it, and she does give it over towards you. You have it in your hands at the moment?
Whisper. Can I whisper to Scaldrus? Be like, what do you know about this?
From scale to sky, from breath to blaze, the Exarch watches. The flame, the frost, the storm, all bow before the Dragon Sovereign.
What is the Exarch?
You don't get any response.
Okay, and then so it's sealed, right? I can still open it.
It is currently sealed, yes.
Then I will break it open and take a look at it.
How do you open it?
So what is it? It's kind of like a scroll, right?
Yeah. Wrapped in dragon hide. It's kind of coarse and scaled.
Okay. I'm gonna be kind of gentle with it and just lay it down on the ground and kind of undo any seal that's on it and then slowly push it open.
All right. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I have a +3 on that.
Nice.
Ooh, 20.
Hell yeah, dude. Total of 23 or total of 20?
Total of 20. 17 plus 3.
Gotcha. Alrighty. As you reach your hand over towards it, Scaldrus will apparate before you and kind of socket his scaled prismatic form against your palm as you reach towards it, like you can kind of see in your little mini here, like that.
Okay.
And as you do so, you sort of feel the inner draconic connection that you have with your magic kind of focus and centralize in your palm. The temperature gets noticeably chilled as well here as both your and Celine's breath come in frosty and misty. As you grab hold of it, the dragon hide sort of seems to suck in the cold, both from the air around and from within you, as it sort of encases the dragon hide in this icy shell, and it slowly begins to crack and shatter as the seal will undo itself, and it will very slowly unfurl before you.
Okay. Wow. Didn't realize that was gonna happen. Where'd you get this, Celine?
I didn't get any of the techs here. They all been here for ages.
Huh. Well, can I read what's on it, or is it like a different language, like an old language?
I assume you have Draconic in your languages, right?
Oh yeah.
It is
Yeah,
in
Draconic.
it is in Draconic,
Oh, okay.
and it appears to be a list.
Oh. Are you
Um,
ready to write this down?
yeah.
Okay. What is this list?
It appears to be a list of names followed by a series of titles for each name. It's going to be a lot of information, so let me know if I'm going too fast for you. The first is listed as Cryonax. The titles for Cryonax are The Winter's Maw, The Glacier's Heart, The Frost Eater.
Got it.
The next on the list is Javorin. The titles for Javorin are The Ember Tyrant, The Flame Unfettered, and The Inferno Sovereign.
What was that first one?
Say again?
The first title for Javorin.
The Ember Tyrant.
Every time. Okay.
The third on the list is Xerophon. And the titles for Xerophon are The Stormcaller, The Thunder's Liege, and The Sandshaper. That name, the Sandshaper, has some resonance with you from your time in the Sun-Crowned Empire. It is a name that you have heard whispered.
Okay.
After Xerophon is Veerdrath. The titles for Veerdrath are The Verdant Whisper, The Poisoned Sage, and The Twisted Root. As you hear the Twisted Root, your mind kind of goes to Guard and all of his treeness.
Oh, what sage?
The Poisoned Sage.
Poison sage. Okay.
And then after Virdrith is Nixaroth. The titles for Nixaroth are the Myraborn, the Shadow's Brood, and the Acid's Womb.
Okay.
After Nixaroth is Thalrian. Thalrian's titles are the Argent Guardian, the Frostbound Herald, and the Paragon of Winter.
Imperion or Imperium?
Neither of those. Paragon.
Oh, Paragon. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
the Paragon of Winter.
Okay.
Number 7 on the list is Orumthal. Orumthal's titles are the Lightkeeper, the Everflame, and the Dawnworm.
Dawnworm, Everflame, and what was the other one?
The Lightkeeper.
A Lightkeeper. Okay.
Number 8 is Karathor. And Karathor's titles are the Tide Forger, the Brine King, and the Thunderclaw.
Alright.
Number 9 is Zelfira. Zelfira's titles are the Trickster's Gale, the Laughing Wind, and the Copper Jester.
And you said the Trickster's Gale?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 10 is going to be Pyranos.
How do you spell that one?
Pyrenos.
Yeah.
Pyranos' titles are the Eternal Conversant, the Desert Flame, and the Ember Tongue.
Okay.
Number 11 is going to be Zephyrix. Zephyrix's titles are the Dreaming Veil, the Time Weaver, and the Watcher in the Crystal Deep.
Okay.
Number 12 is going to be Korundrax.
Korundrax?
Yeah. Korun Drax.
Okay.
Korundrax's titles are the Deepstone Sage, the Echo of the Earth, and the Thunder's Heart. We're almost done.
And wait, what was it? The deep what?
The Deepstone Sage.
Deep Stone Sage. Okay.
Number 13 is going to be Viridian.
Okay.
Viridian's titles are The Seer of Shadows,
Seer of Shadows.
The Mind's Eclipse, and The Keeper of Secrets.
Wait. Did you say the Sea of Shadows or the Seed?
Seer.
Seer.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm doing like voice to text and combination of typings.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Number 14 is going to be Luminex.
Luminex. Okay.
Luminex's titles are The Shard of Dawn, the Radiant Heart, and The Healer's Breath.
Okay.
And the 15th and final name on this list is Morndrax.
Okay.
Morndrax's titles are The Bone Keeper,
The Bone Keeper,
The Sands of Twilight,
The Sands of Twilight,
and The Deathless Worm.
The Deathless Worm. Okay.
As you go down this list and read all of them, feeling some connection with a couple, the text sort of shifts and shimmers before your very eyes, and you see a map.
Oh.
This map, you're not sure of what exactly it depicts, but you do have one.
Okay.
Well, y'all done with your fancy reading there?
I'm guessing that the map is of the temples.
It is. It only depicts one location at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I'm all done. I got what I needed, it seems. I'm not really sure what it is, but I know I need it.
Well, as I mentioned, I can't let you be taking it. You're more than welcome to copy or transcribe whatever you find.
Oh, yes, no worries, ma'am. You can have your throw back. I'm all finished with it. And he will gently wrap it back up. And then, like, does anything happen with the hide as I do?
It actually furls it back up, recreating itself.
Okay. And then I'll kind of it'll jump back and be like, whoa. That was pretty weird. And then pick it up and hand it back to Celine.
She grabs hold of it, places it back in the reliquary, and she'll place it back behind the locked cage that it was in.
Well, thank you very much.
Aye, if you want a second look at it, so that you might copy down whatever you find, just let me know.
Alright. Will do.
She'll then leave you to your own devices as she makes her way out here. Alright. And now we will pop back over to Caleb. Calum, as you peruse through this list, are you looking for anything or through this tome? Are you looking for anything in particular, or?
You might be all tabbed. Give him a moment.
Calum?
He's dead. No.
I literally just heard, I was just about to say, "Oh no, he died."
Calum. Send him a Discord message.
Oh, Ryan, you good, bud? Alright, well, maybe he's AFK or something.
Say AFK or asleep.
Guard, you gonna keep sitting or are you gonna do something?
He looks at all the books. Why you gotta dab on me like that? He looks at all the books and he sits quietly in his place.
Alright.
I'm trying to look tough.
I'm going to make some rolls for Alaris really quickly. Let's see. Nice.
I just realized that I didn't like transcribe with that map that I saw.
Yeah.
Uh
Would you like to ask Celine to get it for you again so you can do that?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. So yeah, I'll go ahead and walk out there and be like, "Hey, actually, I do need to see that real quick again, please."
DM hinted at you a couple of times. She'll kind of sigh, reach back into her robe, grab her key. She'll go unlock it for you again.
Okay. Are you able to like describe this to me, or should I just kind of like?
Yeah. So it will be a skill. It will be a skill check on your part. Do you have
Roger.
Do you have cartographer tools proficiency?
Ever picking? Let me look at my proficiencies.
It'll be
Oh, forgery kit.
Forgery kit.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we can kind of apply that. Yeah. So go ahead and give me a intelligence check plus your proficiency bonus.
Wait, where's intelligence? Just abilities. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plus 1. 13 plus 1, 14.
14. All right, and then give me a dexterity check plus your proficiency.
Okay. 14 plus 3, 17.
All right. It's not a perfect replica, but you do manage to get the gist.
Okay.
Celine will kind of look over your shoulder for a moment. Like I mentioned, there's the Emberline Pass.
And this is down south, you say?
Aye.
Gotcha. So maybe Nix will know where it's at.
Oh. Actually, sorry. I be misinforming you. It's up north. Still on, the good old continent we're still on.
Where it's at.
Wait, what was that?
We were talking over each other.
What's up?
I said maybe Guard will know where it's at, and I think I talked over you while you were voicing.
Oh, okay.
Celine.
That's because I was also literally about to ask who that was from up north. Okay, so yeah, maybe Guard will know. And then I will go ahead and let the scroll seal itself back up and hand it back over as I carefully fold up my very, carefully drawn up map.
Yeah.
A shittily drawn out map. Hold it and put it into a little pouch that I have on my side.
Alrighty.
And then I will walk. Yeah, if after she puts it away and she walks out, I'll follow Celine back out to the main room.
Okay. Alright, and now I can get back to what I had rolled for Alaris. Alaris, in her perusal, she grabs a particularly worn tome in a shadowed alcove behind a sealed shelf marked with dustborn glyphs faded by time. Celine would allow Alaris reluctantly to lift the wards. Inside, a brittle volume bound in worn snakeskin and gold-threaded leather. It reads The Ledger of the Coiled Veil. Circles broken, lives returned.
I suppose if Nyx notices, she'll go over and peek over Lars's shoulder.
Alaris will gesture you over. Well, I happen to find this tome here. I believe it may be relevant to your particular interests, Nyx. As I look over it, though, it seems to be in the same sort of ancient script of that particular place, or that particular information that you gave me prior. Here, let me take a seat and see if I can't decipher it a bit. Alaris, she very carefully flips through the pages. Nyx, I assume you're looking over her shoulder.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the script here, it's not entirely unknown to you. It is very, very archaic language of your ancient people, like the most ancient records of your own people. Which is why you had hired Alaris's expertise to aid in deciphering it, because even the oldest of individuals within your city were not able to quite perfectly decipher everything. As she is flipping, though, she halts on a particular page, upon which there is a sealed letter, faded and untouched. It is addressed simply as, "To you, should you ever return." Laris will kind of grab hold of it, looking it over. You immediately recognize the handwriting as Kalesh's handwriting.
Nyx will try and snatch it from her hand.
She hands it over to you, sort of holds her hands up.
I believe this is for me.
Well,
She'll open the letter.
all right. Would you prefer me to send it to you or read it out loud?
Nyx will probably read it silently first.
Okay. I will DM it to you then. As you are looking over the letter, Alaris is going to be doing her best to read over it, the entry that the letter was on. She's kind of squinting, muttering to herself. And I will ask Caleb if he's back yet.
Caleb!
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. So, Caleb, as you are reading over the text that had drawn your attention here, it is exactly as it seems. It is a sort of very ancient manuscript on ancient old divinities from pre-fall. Within the table of contents, it is listed the individual deities here. You recognize the name Baruvax, titled the Primal Scale. A number. Do you want me to read the full list for you, or?
You don't need to read the full list for me. Just kind of whatever you feel like. And I'll try and remember it. Or Caleb will try and remember whatever he's looking for.
Well, I'll just give you the names, and then you can ask for further information if you want.
Perfect.
So there is Baruvax, the Primal Scale. There is Yggdramal, the Oak Father. Azrathul, the Weaving Mind. Nithraka, the Molting Coil. Velmira, the Echo Sung. Morgiral, the Iron Law. Zelveth, the Blood That Thinks. Elurian, the Lantern Mother. Kalith, the Crown of Many Faces. Durnvok, the Beast Below. Erithos, the Breath Between Stars. Beloria, the Gilded Thorn. And Rukatel, the Clockwork Hollow.
What was the one about the stars?
There is Erithos, the Breath Between Stars.
Yeah, I'd look at that one a little bit.
Let's see. General summarization, the domains under Erithos is Sky, Hope, Celestial Cycles, and Wonder. Slight lore, worshipped by stargazers and sky priests, believed to be the wind that carries divine messages across the heavens. And the symbol of Erathos is a circular sky map with a single glyph at its center.
Would any of those names previously, other than that one, like, also lead out to like knowledge, like written knowledge?
There is Azrathul, the Weaving Mind.
I'd look at that one then. Look at that one as well.
Also known as the Starborn Arbiter. His domains include arcane law, fate, order, and cosmic structure. His symbol... his symbol is a very intricate sort of spiraled glyph. At the center is a single 8-pointed star, and then from each of the tips of the star, it sort of spirals outward into this kind of lattice work pattern. And then on the outskirts, there's three rings: an inner ring, a middle ring, and an outer ring. The outer ring has a number of arcane symbols that you recognize as corresponding to elements. The inner ring has a number of symbols that you would recognize as sort of like, because of how intricate your work is with your magic, your order of scribes, and being able to like shift the glyph of magic to change the elements, you would recognize these symbols as the glyphs that you tap into to alter the fundamental nature of spells. And then the center ring is the 8-pointed star, as I mentioned, that the lattice work spirals out of.
I would like write down in not my like wizarding book, but like in my notebook that I have for notes. I'd write down inside of that and copy that symbol down, and then just kind of brief notes of both of the two that I looked into. But I would definitely record both of their symbols.
Okay. There is a final name that is on the table of contents here as well, but it is stricken from record.
Is there pages that discuss this one?
You go to there. You go to where it is listed on the table of contents, but it would appear that the tome has actually been defaced. There is no... The pages are ripped and torn out of it. In its place, sort of written directly on the back cover, is a simple phrase: "When the sun no longer burns and the stars fall from the weave, 4 shall drink the breath of the one and carry the silence into song."
I am very intrigued and write that down word for word, and I try and like start breaking that down mentally. But that is a phrase I write down at the top of my page and then like underline it a few times, knowing that this is very important because I'm putting the pieces together.
I'll post that in the lore channel for you.
Thank you.
Any other information you wish to glean, or?
Maybe not from that book. I'd look around, look at the well. I know I'm not supposed to take anything, but I'm assuming that means I can't touch those chests in the corner, and they're kind of just there for show. But I would also go and show Alaris that phrase of the book, and then I would put it back.
Alaris would be engaged in conversation with Nyx at the moment.
Gotcha. Well, I would definitely write everything I could down. That way I could share it with her before she leaves. Because I'm hoping that she would be able to look into that as when she goes and talks to my uncle. And then I would just start trying to investigate if there's any correlation between the healing magic versus, I guess, like destruction magic.
All right. I'll pop back over to Nyx and Alaris now. Alaris is in the midst of translation. Do you speak to her or anything, Nyx?
Let's see. She would probably keep most of it to herself, but she'd ask where the Chamber of the Ninth Coil might be.
The Chamber of the Ninth Coil. I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that. Once I return to Veltros, I will add it to the list of your previous transcription request, if that's all right by you.
That's acceptable.
This book, this ledger, is strange. It seems to be a list of names. This one in particular, that note was found on. I think I've managed to translate most of it, if you are interested.
Nyx will look over the ledger.
You look over it. She didn't translate it in writing. She just translated it in her mind, so she can inform you of it.
I assume that the ledger has a bunch of names on it. Names shouldn't be something that needs to be translated.
Oh yeah, true. The name that you are able to make out is Anera Solon. But there is a bunch of other information listed underneath.
Okay. Does that have any relevance to Nyx?
It was one of the names on the letter.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to know the rest of the information here?
Yes, I think that would be useful.
Alright. Well, they're all laid out fairly similarly, at least from what I've been able to glean. The name is listed first, followed by a category listed as cycle, then a category for occupation, and notable features. The cycle of this particular individual reads 7th known rebirth. Occupation is herbalist and caretaker within Vay's Thread. And the notable features listed are snake birthmark on shoulder, known for planting ash trees in wastelands. Last seen heading east towards someplace called the Hollowed Expanse. Disappeared during the time of the cracked moons. And that's all I'm really able to translate from this particular page here.
A lead no less.
This town that it mentions, Vase Threads, I believe that's actually, well, it's no longer around. It's a historic town. It would be sort of northeast from Hollow Rest.
That's similar to the direction. Well, she wouldn't know that 'cause she didn't hear the other conversation. North it is then.
Let's
Hopefully
see.
before this petulant child has his way.
Let's see. Hang on one second. As she sort of finishes giving you this information, Nyx, you have a small vision sort of flash before you. A memory fragment of someone. It appears to be from your perspective. Hands planting something in scorched earth. As she whispers a hymn. That yeah,
I've been working on the rail.
you're not able to make out the details of the hymn from the brief flash that you get, but
I assume I can pick up the tune though.
yeah.
And then she'll hum the tune. At the very least.
Okay. Let's see.
Hey, Erebus wants to ask Celine real quick. What was that pass called again?
The Emberline Pass.
Emberline?
Aye.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Let's see. Alaris will sort of continue flipping through the tome. And she also finds a fragmented map within. It is sort of tucked away in a very small tube carved from petrified wood of some sort. The case itself has a symbol that you would recognize as an ancient symbol of your own people, Nyx. And you would be able to make out very faintly reads "The Path Worn Hollow." Alaris will kind of grab hold of the case, kind of turn it over. She'll mutter that under her breath as well. She looks over towards you. Should I open this?
We're already here.
She'll crack open the already broken sigil, and she'll very gingerly slip a pinky in, because that's about all she can get to actually fit within, and she'll start fishing out whatever document is in there. And as she pulls it out, it's a piece of parchment so thin that it's nearly transparent, brittle with age, but preserved by some sort of old arcane means. She'll sort of unfurl it on the table before her, setting the ledger aside. As you both look it over, It vaguely resembles a map, but not a map in the traditional sense. More like a series of symbols and spirals laid out in a sequence along an invisible path. There is...
Would this format be kind of normal compared to what stuff that she's seen in the city? In her own city?
Yes, this would be... this would actually be... relevant, or is that the right word? Reminiscent, that's the word. Reminiscent of some of the older scrolls that have been recovered from the ruins in the Shattered Pantheon that your people have their rite of passage for. It is an old way of crafting maps, basically. Which would allow you to be able to kind of decipher it a bit. There is one particular location that is marked near the end of the long spiraling path, and it is marked as the 9th coil.
Yeah, see, the answers to my questions present themselves.
So it would seem.
Does this format of maps usually have something to decipher them, or is it just kind of like a...
It does, yeah. You would need. It's kind of like a, kind of like a sketch table. You would. It's an old tablet with that would be in the reliquaries of knowledge within your city, where this thin parchment would be placed on it, and then it would illuminate with arcane light, and it would sort of shed light on the path to follow, basically.
I assume they use the same kind of maps to decipher the pilgrimage?
Yes.
Okay. Was there a name for these tablets?
There probably should be. I don't have one off the top of my head, though.
Whatever the name is for these tablets, Nyx will inform Alaris that we need one.
Oh, right. That's those glowing tablets of your people, right?
Nyx nods in response.
Well, again, I really hate to keep compiling on top of the list of things that I already must do for you, but we do actually have access to such tablets within the libraries of Larathis.
Is that in this city, or is that somewhere else?
No, Larathis is the city that she's from on Valtros.
Okay. Then I suppose I'll let you keep that.
Well, we're not quite allowed to take it, but I will... Actually, since you're more familiar with it, perhaps you should try and transcribe it.
Would you be able to make a copy of these?
Go ahead and roll a percentile for me.
Yeah, I'll do that with the in-game die. There is no... Hold on. Okay, let me see if I can do this with D&D Beyond then. Yep, there you go. D100. Roll. Yeah, 33.
33. All right. Well, there was a 1 in 3 chance, and you got it. So you would actually happen to have a few pieces of the thin parchment that is used to record this. So you would be able to at least attempt to try and recreate it.
Okay, then we will attempt that.
All right. And do you have any cartographer's tools proficiency?
Oh, absolutely not.
All right. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check then, followed by a dexterity check.
Okay, I'm doing that in D&D Beyond. 15 on the intelligence.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration for the dexterity.
Okay.
And get something worse. So 7 or 8 on the dex check.
Okay. So it's definitely not your best work. But given that you were the one that did it, you reckon that once Alaris sort of transcribes it using the light tablet within Lyrathis that she has access to and returns it to you, you'd be able to decipher it with just due to your own, how everybody can read their own handwriting in most cases.
Yeah, I can read my own maps.
Yeah.
Actually, it's a feature, not a bug.
Yes, it's coded.
Yeah, I love that.
All right.
Since the letter is actually addressed to Nyx, though, she will put that in her pocket.
Yeah. Guard, you still just chilling?
Yeah, he'll relax. He's taking.
There's apparently bread and cheese on the table.
Listen,
Erebus will bring it up to guard and ask him if he knows anything about this Emberline Pass.
Guard, you would be aware of Emberline Pass. It is a sort of craggy volcanic wasteland within the sacred wastes that you actually crossed to get to Hollow Rest from the Stormtorn Highlands.
yeah, I had to make my way across that to get here.
So if you've been through it before, then you could take us through it again.
How was the first trip?
Pretty suck.
Pretty suck.
It was it was very hot. It was not pleasant in the slightest. There was a few times where you almost lost a foot to lava. It was not a good time.
Would you say he walked through by himself, or was it like, did he have a guide of some sort? Would it be even possible to do it by himself?
Yeah, no, you would have. Let me look up my shit really quick. Hang on. Let's see. Sacred Waste. So in the city of Vaindeer, the gateway that crosses the Sea of Echoes towards the Stormtorn Highlands, you would have
Like very north part of the shattered
of the Sacred Wastes.
Sacred Waste, yeah.
Yeah. So you would have had to either offer your services as a caravan guard or something to caravans that travel from Vaindir to Hollow Rest. So you wouldn't have been by yourself. You would have been in a convoy of sorts.
Okay. During the during the caravan trip, would you say that we ran into any besides, the usual creatures, there was no interactions with any of the Kreeforge or such factions that we've run into yesterday?
No. There is Vaindir is both Vaindir and Zareth, the port city on the western end of the Sacred Wastes, are very I wouldn't necessarily say hostile, but they are very opposed to dang foreigners stepping on their land, if you know what I mean. They wouldn't allow any Creed forged occupation. You can't speak for the Quietus because you don't even know what the hell the Quietus is. They could be everywhere. They could be nowhere. You're not certain. But the Creed forged would not have any presence within Vaindir or Zareth. Or sorry, not Zareth. Zareth is westward. It would be Luthindel, the city to the east that leads to Valtros.
Do you have a map with those locations?
I mean, there is if you go to the map section in the Discord.
No, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I just don't see the one that's like on the Sacred Wastes.
So the Sacred Waste is the center continent.
Center.
Okay. There is so each of these the cities that I've mentioned are literally on like the exact northern, eastern, southern, and western points of the Sacred Wastes.
The Sacred Wastes. Yeah. I see. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to take a caravan through that area, but we could probably find another one to go through there if you're willing.
I mean, we also got a pretty powerful party here.
What do they know around that area? Even I don't know much about it. I've only been through it once.
That's true. Well, honestly, I don't know if we need to go all the way through.
I was gonna ask, what are we looking for in there? A temple?
Lost temples. Yeah.
Would Guard have seen something that would have resembled a temple?
No. There's lots of places that one could be hidden, though. There's lots of, like, magma waterfalls and shit.
Magma water. Oh, yeah, they said... Oh, God.
You would recall, sort of right on the exit of Emberline Pass, like the resting spot where your caravan sort of recuperated for a couple of days because it was very grueling. It was actually like a ruined, decrepit village that you camped in, though.
There's plenty of spots to hide in there for a temple. And I think there could be one spot we could rest at if we need to while we're looking for it. But it'll take some time.
Alright.
Just make sure you bring your plenty of water and food.
Gotcha. Well, thankfully, I'm an ice sorcerer.
Any other questions?
No? I think that's about all. It seems like everyone else is getting their own information.
Yeah, how about you compare notes? I'll be here observing this cheese. Guard picks up the cheese, looks it over.
Erebus will walk on over, like, to the side of Alaris there. Nyx.
Alaris will give you a nod. Find anything interesting?
Yeah. Found I seen a map of this Emberline Pass, along with a list of names. What appears to be legendary dragons